Hello and welcome to a Paper Flourish craft video. My name is Julie. I've decided to make a Lavinia card today. I recently bought this gorgeous new stamp and it is called the Tree of Dreams, and I just feel like I need to make a card using this beautiful tree. So much detail in this. So I've decided to start off by doing the background with a Nuvo shimmer powder. These are a really easy, quick way to make a background, and I've chosen Golden Sparkler. These have different colours that come out in them. So to start with, I've just got a couple of pieces of paper towel there, and this is my card, which I have actually cut 4.5 inches by 5.5 inches, and that's going to fit the tree in really nicely. It is a piece of Multifarious Lavinia cardstock. These powders, the best way to bring them out onto your card is just to tap the bottom, and that little bit of powder comes out. Now there's actually a lot of powder there on the card. I'm going to get my water bottle. Good thing about this, if you decide you haven't got enough and you want to add some more, you can. So you can just change this as you want to. Add a bit more. Look at that. And when you're happy, you can tap off some excess, let it run off, and then just drying it with a heat tool. All right, this is completely dry now. I added a fair bit of water to it because I didn't want the background to be too dark, but you can see it's brought up this beautiful golden shimmer all over the background, and then you've got these pops of colour as well in there. I've chosen one of the new Lavinia stencils, and this one is called Crazy. I'm going to place it in the splatter box, and then I have the Kingfisher Mica Lavinia spray. Give it a shake up, and I'm just going to spray some of this onto the stencil. Going to pick up the piece of the shimmer cardstock, place it down onto the stencil, paper towel over the top, press, and that's going to transfer that pattern onto the card. And then I'll dry that with the heat tool. Okay, the background's now ready for stamping, and we can use the Versafine Clair inks to stamp onto those shimmer powders. I have my Couture Creation stamp press, a Sizzix sticky grid sheet, one of the Tim Holtz ones, helps to hold the cardstock in place, and also of course the magnets do the same. Here's the Tree of Dreams. I'm going to place this in place on the card. It just fits nicely on that size of cardstock. Pick it up with the stamp press, ink up the tree with the Nocturne. Being a big stamp, it's handy to do this on the stamp press. So I get that second chance to stamp in case something doesn't quite stamp properly. Close that. Now, this is my Pink Fresh stamp press tool. Gives it a really nice even press, and it's much nicer on your wrists as well doing this, especially if you're doing a lot of stamping. So I do want it to be darker than that, so I'm going to go back in and ink this tree up again and go through the same process as many times as I need to get that strong impression of this beautiful tree onto the card. So there's my tree all stamped now. It took me several times to stamp that to get a strong image, which is telling me that it's probably time that I re-inked my Versafine Clair Nocturne ink pad. We do have reinkers for the black ink, and to re-ink this, all we need to do is run the ink. I run it across the stamp pad. We just let it soak in. As you go one way, go another way. Got something like an old credit card. It's good to use that to sort of scrape the ink into the ink pad, or you can just let it soak in. All right, the ink pad's re-inked, so I can continue with the stamping. Those re-inkers are available on our online store and in-store as well. It's the Versafine Clair Nocturne re-inker. I've chosen the Rory and Darcy set They're a good size, and I thought I'll pop them down here next to the tree. Beautiful stamp set, these two. So we can't have a lonely tree. And I'm also going to stamp them in the Nocturne. Now I'm going to stamp some foliage just along the bottom of the card. Not too much, but just a little bit. And I've chosen these two sets. This is called the Lamps, and this one is called the Flower Collection. That is a stamp set. The Flower Collection in particular, I use that so much. I need to use the lamps more. And I love these tiny little mushrooms. I'm going to stamp those in. I'm going to do them in Acorn. Versafine Clair. Hello, Murphy. You're coming up to say hi. Wants to get in on the act. Let me just stamp these mushrooms, Murph. Now the Flower Collection, I'm just going to pick one of these little foliage branches. I think I might go with this one. And I've got Shady Lane, and I've got Murphy on my lap, come to say hello. He's been very silky today, haven't you? Very cuddly. Hello. You want to come and join in? Where should we put this, Murphy? Anything could happen right now. I think I'm just putting some foliage here along the bottom, amongst those toadstools. All right, what do you think of that, Murphy? I think he thinks that's pretty good. Blue Atoll. I thought I might pick up the Kingfisher colour with the around the edge of the card, but I just want to catch the edges. I don't want to bring it in too much. All right, so I've gone just around the edges with the blue, and I'm just going to run my brush with that Blue Atoll right along the edge, so it gives it a nice, really dark edge to the card. All right, look at that shimmering away. The one more thing I'm going to do is add a little bit of holographic glitter, and I might just do that around, just sprinkle it amongst the branches of the trees. Quickie glue pen. Just going to add some little dots of glue. Not too many, but just amongst those branches, so we'll get a bit of sparkle. Might look a little bit like the sort of sun setting behind the tree. I'll sprinkle this holographic glitter on there. It's just the most beautiful, beautiful glitter. Shake it off. Now, if you find the glitter's stuck, I can't see that it has, but if it's stuck into areas that you didn't want it to go, just let the Quickie glue, the glue dry, and then you can get a big fluffy brush and then just brush away that excess glitter. But in this case, it seems to have worked. So we've got sparkles on the tree, sparkle in the background, some shimmer. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Is that okay, Murphy? And I don't think Murphy's got holographic glitter on him yet, but oops, he's getting up on the table. This could be dangerous. I might have to get that holographic glitter out of the way, I think, before Murphy ends up with it on him. You right there, Murphy? Don't you swish that tail right now. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a great afternoon. Bye.